Hello darlings, thank you for checking out my channel, The Beer Monster Reviews. It's Beer Monster O'Clock, and for this one I have been to Sainsbury's and I was checking out their beers, see if they had anything on deals and that. So I've been trying to find some good budget beers recently, and I came across this, which is a craft beer for £1.50. Now it was on a special. I don't know whether it's because they're getting rid of it or whether it's just on promotion for a week or two, but it was only £1.50. I'm not sure how much it normally is, but I think it's close to £3 normally, or maybe even £3. I can't remember because I did pick it up about a week ago. I just haven't got round to reviewing it yet. Yeah, it is by the Purity Brewing Company, as you can see up the top there. Here's a look at the can wrap. Quite a sort of funky looking can wrap. And it is, from the Purity Brewing Company, and it's their Session IPA. Comes in at 4.5% ABV, and it's a 440 milliliter can. And this one is vegan friendly, and it's also gluten free. That doesn't mean anything to me because I'm not affected by those, but for the people that are, there you go. And it's also an unfiltered craft beer as well, so I'm expecting some sediment and perhaps a bit of haziness. Anyway, let's crack her open and get on with it, shall we? There we go. Right, let's get it in the glass and see what it looks like. See if we get that sediment. I don't think I'm going to fit it. Well, I'm not going to fit it all in this glass, so the sediment may be at the bottom. So I may have to try that later. Most of it's in, but there is still a fair bit in the bottom there. I can smell it from here. It smells lovely. It's nice and tropical. Yeah, it's kind of a hazy, goldeny yellow colour with a very white sort of compact head, a dense head. Looks rather nice. Quite good levels of carbonation as well, without being like too overexcited. Right, let's get a whiff. See what sort of aromas we get out of it. Smells lovely, it really does. Getting a nice blend of like tropical fruits in there with like some citrus, like grapefruit, I think it is. Getting orange and mangoes, and just an overall lovely range of hoppiness. It really does smell nice and juicy, fruity, and really inviting. Smells lovely. What more can I say? Let's see what it tastes like, shall we? Cheers, everybody. Bosh. Oh, yeah. First impressions, it's absolutely beautiful. It really is nice. It's way better than I was expecting, actually. I've done quite a lot of very average session IPAs on this channel, and it's nice to have something that I would say is above average, certainly on first impressions anyway. It's got a nice, it's very flavoursome. It's not watery like a lot of them are. It's a nice array of flavours going on. Let's go again and think a bit more into it. Oh yeah, super refreshing, super easy drinking. First thing I'm getting that really stands out is a nice hit of grapefruit in here right at the start for me. Just sort of attacks your taste buds. Really, really is nice. And then you're getting the fruit after. Quite a bit of orange, lots of mango, and that sort of general overall really nice, juicy, tropical taste that I was getting, that I could smell in the aroma. Really is nice. This is a decent a decent session IPA for me, this one. It's got a nice bitterness on the end as well. It's nothing too in your face, nothing too crazy, but it's there. It's a lovely bitterness, kind of like a tangy fruity, not fruity, like citrusy bitterness on the end. It's lovely, it really is. Sessioning this all day long personally, be particularly nice in the summer as well, because it is so refreshing and so easy drinking. Let's see if we get any sediment in the bottom here. Just as it said it's unfiltered, let's make sure we get all that in there. Pardon me. Yeah, not a crazy amount. Probably not enough to pick it up on camera or nothing like that, but there is a bit. Let's go again. That's about it really, as far as like flavours and that I can pick up. But I would definitely recommend this beer. It's just so easy drinking, and I think it's the sort of beer that most people are going to enjoy. There's nothing too crazy going on, but it's just lovely. It's fruity, you've got the bitterness, and it's, my favourite thing about it is that for 4.5% ABV session IPA, a lot of them I find a little bit watery, or, you know, they lack a bit of flavour and all that sort of stuff, you know. This one doesn't. It really does have a decent amount of flavour, but not so much that you would struggle to session it, and it just glides straight down. It really does. As you can see, super refreshing, absolutely lovely. For £1.50, if I would have known it was that price, I would have cleared the shelf, because it's well worth it. Just absolutely beautiful beer for me. And as far as score goes, out of 10, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 for a session IPA, which I'm not a massive fan of. I find them a bit watery quite often, a bit boring, and lack a bit of flavour. But this one has shown me that, you know, there's a beer out there for everybody. And although it's not my favourite style of craft beer, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah, so it's a 9 out of 10 from me. And if you haven't tried it, I'd suggest you give it a go, especially if you go to Sainsbury's and see it for £1.50. It'd almost be rude not to, wouldn't it? Thank you everybody for tuning in. If you've liked the video, smash the like button, and consider subscribing to the channel. And hopefully I'll catch some of you checking out some of the other content, or maybe on the next review. Bye bye, darlings.